New York, New York, March 14. Kristaps Porzingis, 6 of the New York Knicks, drives to the basket against the Indiana Pacers at Madison Square Garden on March 14, 2017 in New York, New York. Copyright 2017 NBA. Photo by Jesse D. Garabrandt and Baby, a Getty Images. When the New York Knicks play a rival, there's a different air in the hosting arena. When that rival makes the trip to Madison Square Garden, fans expect the Knicks to meet their bitter foes with a blend of physicality and precision. Come Sunday, November 4th, New York will have all eyes on the Mecca when the Knicks host the Indiana Pacers in what may prove to be the most tense game of 201,718 thus far. While both New York and Indiana were expected to be non-factors in 201,718, both teams have jumped out to strong starts. The Knicks will enter the clash at 44, while the Pacers are 54 with wins over the Cleveland Cavaliers, Minnesota Timberwolves, and San Antonio Spurs. With Myles Turner back in the rotation, it stands to reason that Nate McMillan's crew could not only maintain this pace but build upon its success. Standing on the other end, however, will be the team representing Patrick Ewing's honor against Reggie Miller's former franchise. The Knicks and Pacers rivalry was one of the greatest of the 1990s, and it carried over into the 2010s. The question is, will it be Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks or Myles Turner and the Indiana Pacers that secure the first victory in the new chapter of this legendary rivalry? Page 2. PHILADELPHIA, PA, November 3. Myles Turner, 33 of the Indiana Pacers, dunks against the Philadelphia 76ers on November 3, 2017 at Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Copyright 2017 NBA. Photo by Jesse D. Garabrandt and Baby, a Getty Images. It's fair to question how often Kristaps Porzingis and Myles Turner will match up, if it happens at all. Porzingis has made it clear that he prefers to play power forward, while Turner spends a vast majority of his time at center. Whether or not they're matched up against one another, the duel between Porzingis and Turner is one that should offer a look at the future of the Eastern Conference. Porzingis' versatile nature is well documented, but Turner doesn't get quite as much recognition as he deserves. Standing at 70 inches with a massive 74 inches wingspan and an awe-inspiring 94 inches standing reach, Turner established himself defensively by averaging 2.1 blocks per game in 201,617. Offensively, Turner will be featured in pick-and-pop schemes to set up his strong jump shot, and also provides the explosiveness to dive and play above the rim. As for Porzingis, he'll likely need less of a monster performance than a balanced attack in this game. His defense and rebounding will be as important as his scoring, as the Indiana Pacers excel at getting into the paint and controlling the pace of games. If Porzingis defends at a high level, rebounds at a respectable rate, and plays up to his personal standards on offense, he should win this duel with a fellow future All-Star in Turner. Page 3. OKLAHOMA City, OK, October 25. Bojan Bogdanovic, 44 of the Indiana Pacers, shoots the ball against the Oklahoma City Thunder on October 25, 2017 at Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Copyright 2017 NBA. Photo by Lane Merdon BV, a Getty Images. The New York Knicks are entering a game against a team that isn't exactly elite from beyond the three-point line. The recent return of Myles Turner means an inevitable improvement in spacing, however, and that doesn't bode well for the Knicks. If New York continues to close out poorly on three-point shooters, the Indiana Pacers will have a chance to make it pay and break this game open. Indiana ranks number 24 in the NBA in three-point field goals made per game, but take that with a grain of salt. It's knocking down 9.6 three-point field goals per contest, and converting at an efficient clip of 37.9%. It's fair to question how long the Pacers can continue to shoot so efficiently, but whether or not it's sustainable, it's a threat to the Knicks' defense. As for New York, it's currently ranked number 28 in opponent three-point field goals made per game. It holds opponents to a reasonable percentage at 35.4%, but its ability to dominate the paint has become as much of a burden as it has a blessing. The interior defenders are pulling their weight, which means the perimeter players must complete the process by containing three-point shooters. Page 4. INDIANAPOLIS. In October 31, Victor Oladipo, 4 of the Indiana Pacers, dunks the ball against the Sacramento Kings at Bankers Life Fieldhouse on October 31, 2017 in Indianapolis, Indiana. Photo by Andy Lyons. Getty Image 7. With the return of promising young big man Myles Turner, the Indiana Pacers go as Victor Oladipo goes. The former Indiana Hoosiers star has discovered his NBA identity with the Pacers, bursting onto the scene as an early favorite for Most Improved Player. Between Tim Hardaway Jr., Courtney Lee, and Frank Ntilikina, the New York Knicks must do everything in their power to contain Oladipo on Sunday. Oladipo will enter Sunday's game averaging 24.6 points, 4.2 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 1.4 steals, and 2.7 three-point field goals made per game. He's doing so on an obscene /line of .500, .490, .870, which isn't even the most impressive aspect of his early success. In addition to posting star-caliber statistics during the first 9 games of Indiana's season, Oladipo has established himself as one of the most clutch players in the NBA. Within the first 9 games, Oladipo has hit a game winner against the San Antonio Spurs, and put the Cleveland Cavaliers away with an eruption in the fourth quarter. Against the Knicks, Oladipo will look to do the same under the bright lights of Madison Square Garden. If the Knicks are going to defeat the Pacers, it will start with defending and containing Oladipo, primarily during the fourth quarter. Page 5 NEW York, NY, November 01, New York Dailies, out Frank Ntilikina 11 of the New York Knicks in action against the Houston Rockets at Madison Square Garden on November 1, 2017 in New York City. The Rockets defeated the Knicks 11,997. Photo by Jim McIsaac. Getty image. It's still early in the season, but Nate McMillan has convinced the Indiana Pacers to buy into a team-first defensive system. The Pacers currently rank number 4 in the NBA at 108.2 points per 100 possessions, as well as number 8 at 23.6 assists per game. Thus, while the New York Knicks may be tempted to throw up a bevy of three-point field goals to combat the Pacers' offensive potency, the key will be matching their ball movement. No defense can move faster than the ball, which both the Knicks and Pacers have learned in 201,718. New York is 31 when it records at least 21 assists, and 13 when it records 20 or fewer assists, consistent with its 201,617 results. A season ago, the Knicks were 2,621.553 when they dished out at least 21 assists, and 530.143 when compiling 20 or fewer assists. Against a Pacers team that's displayed a firm commitment to moving the ball, the Knicks must not let their egos get the best of them. Playing as a team is what will win this game, and moving the ball is the most critical aspect of that approach. It may come off as cliché, but putting the team first means sacrificing good shots for great shots, the only way to outscore the Pacers if the defenses collapse. Page 6 NEW York, NY, November 3, Kristaps Porzingis 6 of the New York Knicks blocks a shot by Josh Jackson 20 of the Phoenix Suns after Jackson stole the ball from Porzingis in the previous play. His teammate Enes Kanter of the New York Knicks defends, and Tyson Chandler 4 of the Phoenix Suns looks on at Madison Square Garden on November 3, 2017 in New York City. Photo by Elsa Getty image. Like the New York Knicks, the Indiana Pacers are one of the best teams in the NBA at winning the battle in the paint. On a per-game basis, Indiana ranks amongst the top 10 teams in the NBA in both second-chance points and points in the paint. Thus, while the Knicks may specialize in winning the battle down low, the incoming rivals could prove to be their unraveling if they aren't at the top of their game. While New York dominates the low block, Indiana has a number of capable slashers. That includes Victor Oladipo at 5.7 points via drives per game, and Thaddeus Young, whose unique offensive style enables him to cut from the pinch post. Indiana will also crash the boards, which will put pressure on the likes of Enes Kanter, Kyle O'Quinn, and Kristaps Porzingis to limit the opposition to one shot per possession. Thankfully, New York ranks number 1 in second-chance points per game and number 3 in points allowed in the paint per contest. Unfortunately, it also ranks no. 25 in second-chance points allowed per game, which implies that Indiana may be able to exploit an interior advantage. The modern NBA may be tailored to teams that can shoot the three-ball, but on Sunday night, this game will be won in the trenches. Key matchup: Enes Kanter and Kyle O'Quinn vs. Domantas Sabonis. If the New York Knicks can keep the Indiana Pacers out of the paint and off the boards, 54 will be a realistically attainable goal. Page 7 NEW York, NY, March 14, Kristaps Porzingis 6 of the New York Knicks drives to the basket against the Indiana Pacers at Madison Square Garden on March 14, 2017 in New York, New York. Copyright 2017 NBA. Photo by Jesse D. Garabrandt and via Getty Images. When the New York Knicks play a rival, there's a different air in the hosting arena. When that rival makes the trip to Madison Square Garden, fans expect the Knicks to meet their bitter foes with a blend of physicality and precision. Come Sunday, November 4th, New York will have all eyes on the Mecca when the Knicks host the Indiana Pacers in what may prove to be the most tense game of 201,718 thus far. While both New York and Indiana were expected to be non-factors in 201,718, both teams have jumped out to strong starts. The Knicks will enter the clash at 44, while the Pacers are 54 with wins over the Cleveland Cavaliers, Minnesota Timberwolves, and San Antonio Spurs. With Miles Turner back in the rotation, it stands to reason that Nate McMillan's crew could not only maintain this pace but build upon its success. Standing on the other end, however, will be the team representing Patrick Ewing's honor against Reggie Miller's former franchise. The Knicks and Pacers rivalry was one of the greatest of the 1990s, and it carried over into the 2010s. The question is, will it be Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks or Miles Turner and the Indiana Pacers that secure the first victory in the new chapter of this legendary rivalry?